Hey guys, welcome back. Well, I'm back at it. It's the next day. I'm getting more work done on the Charger. So it was great yesterday to get that rear quarter on. It's not fixed on, it's only been screwed on at the moment, but I can see that everything's going to be okay, that it's not a write-off after all. So I'll continue on with that, and I'm going to get this front end trimmed up and try and get that welded on today. I think would be an awesome achievement, so we'll see how we go. There's a couple of things we need to do with this rear quarter. I've got to trim out this inner panel at the bottom here to actually, I thought I would trim out the original one on the car because there's damage there and it's got rust, so I'll start with that, and when I get the rotisserie and get it mounted on there, I can then finish all these floors, all these little bits on the edges, get all that welded in properly. But for now, I'll just trim it and get it sitting back where it needs to be. And I'm not sure if I'm going to weld this on right now or if I'm going to hold off. I might just leave it screwed on because the rotisserie is going to make things a lot easier to get underneath and get it all done properly. So I might just leave it screwed on for the moment. But with that door on there, as I said yesterday, I'm happy that it's gone on. The gap looks about right. Could be a bit smaller, that's okay. It can shuffle along a bit. I can tighten those gaps up, that's no problems, but it looks nice and even. A little bit bigger at the top, but that's fine. I mean, it's not on any hinges here. This needs to actually go up a bit, so that would fix that gap. So yeah, I reckon I might even just get in and get this front end done. I reckon this is a big job, and it's once I get this front end on, I can really start working my way through fixing up all the rust. I've got a little bit of rust in this donor front, so I can fix that rust. I can finish off the windscreen rubber mounting points, and so I might just get into that. Yeah, why not? Let's just do it. All right, guys, so I'll show you a little project I started it a week ago, and then I went off it. I'm getting back on it. It's a pretty cool project. So what I've got is, this is off a sedan, but it just gives me the shape of the tail lights. And I've got a set of 68 Dodge Charger tail lights, and I've got new lenses for them. Where did I put the lenses? I put the lenses here. So the lenses are LED lenses. So I'll tell you in a minute about my project, my Dodge Charger, 68 Dodge Charger replica that I was building and what happened to it. But I've got a lot of parts that are Dodge Charger parts. So I thought, well, seeing as I'm customizing it, I've got all these really cool parts off a Dodge Charger. So I'm like, how can I use them? So what I've got so far is I've got this this little cutout that goes in there. So I've got to re-weld that, but that goes in there, and it's got the curve that comes around like this for the charger. So on there, if I can get these put together, hang on, bear with me. In there somewhere, there we go. So those lights are going to sit in there, and they're going to sit up slightly like that. So just imagine that's got the lens in it. So I'm going to do that. Then in the middle I'm going to put an indicator behind these bars. So I've got these bars here that are going to be like the VH grille that I'm copying for the front. It's going to have these slats across, and you'll just see this chrome ring. You won't see all this stuff that you normally see on a Dodge Charger. Just see all these bars. So the indicator will be behind and just shine through. Yeah, and I'll polish these up or get them chromed, and then paint everything else black, so it's just chrome on the front. I think that'll look cool. And then what I might do is I'll work out a way to blend that into this panel across the back. So whether I continue those bars, or if I build this out a little bit more, whatever I need to do. I mean, I'm aiming for that to be quite flush. Let's get rid of this. So what the plan is that finishes, if we get down, flush with that. So if I put a slight curve in it, that'll all match up with that, and everything will be fine. I won't have to do anything to that. But yeah, these are pretty cool, these LED lights. Brand new. Yeah, really awesome. So they've actually got, I'm just trying to get it in the sun so I'm not lying to you. It's got LEDs in that middle section and on the outside. So I'm not sure if I can, but it would be pretty cool if I can use the inner bit as the tail lights, and then these outer rings the brake lights. So that'll be pretty awesome. So yeah, that's my project for today. I'm going good over there, but it's hot out in the sun. I'll finish that sill panel off when it gets a little bit cooler. But yeah, let's get in, see how far I can get on these tail lights, and yeah, I'm going to get excited. So this is awesome. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think of using Dodge Charger parts on an Australian Charger. I've also got the side markers, brand new side markers. I've got the lights for the console, the courtesy lights. I've got the inside courtesy lights. I've got indicators that go in the bonnet. So now let's cut that there. So story time. So what I had was, now I'll show you a picture first. All right, this is a picture of my last project. Show you a few pictures, a few different angles. I made it out of a VF hardtop, and I took off the complete outside skin. I modified the back window, I lifted it up, I widened the body, so effectively it had a wide body 68 Dodge Charger kit on it. made the bonnet up with the little scallops with the indicator lights in there. The doors were hard top doors, but I widened them, and I put in the scallops on the side there, and I think it looked pretty cool. It wasn't exactly like a Dodge, it was like a custom Dodge Charger, right? So I built this over probably about 6 years. I built it while I had it at my work, because I didn't have a shed at home. I was renting at the time, and yeah, so that was a project I was working on when I go, all right, it's 3 o'clock, I'm going to knock off, I'm going to do a couple hours work on my car. And it was nice of my boss to let me work on it there. He didn't ask me to move it or anything, so that was cool. But when I left there, he was a bit disgruntled, because I was the only one that had worked in this factory. I ran the factory for him, and I was the only one that worked there. And there were jobs that needed to be finished, and I had to start my new job. And I gave him 2 weeks. I did what I could, and then, you know, he had to try and work out how to get him finished from there. That's how it goes. But he was a bit annoyed with that, and he gave me 2 days to get rid of my car. He said, you get rid of it by Thursday or whatever it was, or I'm scrapping it. And I couldn't get there. I had my new commitments with my new job, and I had to sort out some room at home here for it, and I couldn't do that in that time frame, and so he scrapped it. So yeah, that's what led me to these projects here. I've always got to have a car I'm working on. I really enjoy just, you know, my downtime just working on cars, especially making custom parts. It's like creative, and I like it. I enjoy that. So yeah, bye 68 Dodge Charger. Hello 71 Aussie Charger, Valiant Charger, that's going to be custom with Dodge Charger parts. So long story short, that's what I thought I would do, to customize this and make it one of my own. So yeah, if you like that, let me know. Tell me what you think about using the Dodge Charger parts, and yeah, I'll soldier on. And if you got any ideas for other things, I won't go as far as putting any scallops in there. I might do something in the bonnet with the little indicators, just because I've got them here and they're brand new indicators. But yeah, let me know what you think, because it'd be interesting to see if you know, you guys think, yeah, great idea, love to see it, or what are you doing, you're a butcher, you're not a car builder, you're a butcher. So I don't want to be a butcher, but I do want to be creative and make a cool custom car. So yeah, that's my story about my old project. Now back to the new project. Just dipped my head in the pool. It's another warm one. So while I was talking Dodge Charger and working on these tail lights, I just thought of something else I can show you. Something I made up for the other car, and I'm quite proud of it, and it's going to be awesome. Check this out. My trigger shifter, automatic shifter, mounted on a Quicksilver, B&M Quicksilver mechanism. So this one here, I'll just put the camera down. So this is a shifter. I haven't got it bolted in at the moment because I've taken this off. That blue, this is MDF, and that blue there is just some paint that I put on to seal it so I could wrap it with leather. So I've got the little hook on the top, because with this shifter you've got to lift it up and then drop it down. So it's in neutral at the moment, so you can drive this manually just by clicking it like that. That's first gear, second, third, park. So you got to pull it back into drive, then you lift it up. Try and do it without pinching my fingers, but yeah, that's in. So here it'll have a boot. I'm going to put a ring around here and put a leather boot on here, and this will be black leather, and it'll sit up quite high, quite near to my hip in the seat, so that it's just nice to ratchet it forward and back. and have a bit of fun. So yeah, that's something I manufactured up out of some steel, some 8mm steel, welded it together, sanded it all up, and made these out of MDF. So yeah, pretty cool. It fits the hand beautifully, you can see, and yeah, once that's wrapped in leather, it'll be beautiful. So just another little thing, tribute to the 68 Dodge Charger that had the manual shifter, the Hurst shifter. It's just a bit of a copycat thing for an automatic. So these are the type of customizations that you're going to be seeing on this channel. Cool little things, like, yeah, the car's going to be one of its own. It's not going to, the mold's going to be broken once this is made. So yeah, if you want to see a car that's already a cool car, I'm not trying to make it cooler, because it's pretty hard to do. I'm just trying to make it different and be my own. So yeah, click subscribe and watch along as you see it transform into my own beauty of a car. Not to take anything away from the VH RT Charger or even a 770. This is a 71 Charger 770, by the way. So that's what it will be registered as, 770. I've got all the plates and that to confirm that. And that gold paint that was on there, actually on that rear quarter, that's the original colour. That's the original paint, which is cool, but it doesn't mean much when it's as rusty as this. So anyway, back to the tail lights. Alright, so going alright. Got my bit of a skeleton frame here. I'm going to go and test fit it on the car, see if it's about right, or if I need to make more modifications. So let's have a look. That looks like it'll be alright. Curves good. Out to the bumper if we can. Use plastic. Alright, so now that I've got that skeleton made up, I'll put it in my little jig. That wasn't originally going to be a jig, but it's serving its purpose as a good jig. So anyway, that's going to go in there, and I'm going to cut each bar to length and weld it in. So before I do that, I've got to cut each bar to that circle because I won't be able to get in there. So I'm going to weld this on nice and firmly from the back, then I'll cut those bits out, do the next one until I get to the bottom. I'll work out my spacing before I start, obviously, but yeah, I think that'll be easy enough. Just got to do one at a time. Alright guys, so after a few hours of grinding and welding, I've come up with this. Now, I quite like it. It needs something in the middle. I was worried about that being too far apart. So by the time I put the indicator on, I think I'll put a square indicator. It's going to need to have a chrome bezel. Well, after looking at this, I am going to cut the top and the bottom right off it. Say it's just too wide. It's got to be as wide as that panel there, because I do want to bring this bumper all the way up. So I'll cut the top and the bottom row off, and then see, that's up there where I'm going to French in those lights. I think that might be a nice touch, just to add something to it, but it's got to have something in the middle there. It's too big a span, but I reckon it could look like something. Whether it be shit or awesome, don't know yet. We'll find out. Times like this, I say, he who dares wins, because otherwise I'm going to be too scared to cut this out. So I'm going to dare to do something different, and if it doesn't pay off, I end up fixing it. All good.
But I'm so damn fucking tired of being pushed around, staying
Alright guys, so I'm sitting around, it's a hot day, I didn't feel much like getting out and doing any work outside, but I was sitting there stewing over these tail lights and thought, nah, I've got to do something about it. So what I've been thinking is, I love this, I reckon that it's going to look awesome, but the lights are too far apart, and I don't want to. I've been looking up indicator lights to put in the middle. Like, I thought, if I put a round one, that's too many circles. If I have a square one, how's it like? I'm only going to be able to get aftermarket things. So what I'm thinking now, I reckon this is a pretty cool idea. I'll just see if I can set it up for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down to about that length, so it'll be about that much shorter. So I'll cut this in the middle and I'll rejoin it, but then what I'm thinking is, on the back of this I can make up like a light box and have the indicators glowing out from behind those circles through all those gaps, and I reckon that could look pretty cool. The only way I'm going to know is by doing it, and like I said, if I have to scrap this, start all over, so be it. But if I can weld these up and get it nice, because I'm thinking I'm going to paint these black. I don't think I'll get this chromed. I'll do these black, and then I might do a chrome border around it. So we'll just go over to my little mock-up here. So what that means is that tail light's going to be there like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a section out of this. I'll cut this out, that whole bit, and I'm going to weld that onto the car to extend this panel across, so it'll make the tail light shorter. Yeah, I reckon that idea of the indicators glowing up through from behind is a pretty cool idea. Now I'm much more happy with that. Have a look. Much better proportions. So we'll extend that middle panel down to there. I'm going to curve this off so that it matches that curve, and I'm going to have to cut the bar, those two bars behind there, to let the light shine through. So I'm going to have to find another way to strengthen those, hold all those bars together, obviously. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for the video for this week. There's still a bit more to do on the tail light, but I'll give you another look. I've painted the surround black, and I think it looks pretty cool. So my tail lights, well, the tail light's fallen out, but yeah, so that's what we got. So all of these spots here, the amber will shine through. I'll get some acrylic and put behind there, and then make up a box so that and make that get that chrome so that it can shine through nice and bright. So now I just got to make up another one. I think that's a winner. Let me know what you think in the comments, whether you like it or not. I reckon it's cool. So, and with those, having those tail lights in there, I can add the side markers to the car and it won't be silly. It'll kind of make sense. So I'll show you the side markers, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, because if you're not that familiar with a Dodge Charger, you wouldn't know what they look like. So we'll go into the old storage shed here. Now, where did I put them? This is the side marker. Really nice little light, brand new, reproduction. So there's amber for the front and there's red for the back. So I'll just show you what I'm thinking of doing. You can also let me know whether this is going to look good or not. So on the rear quarter here, we'll get a side marker just there somewhere, just near the bumper bar, and then on the front it'll be somewhere near the bumper bar again, down low on there. So yeah, like what a nice little light. So until the next video next week, we'll see you around. Cheers.